I guess his stock just went up, Golden Boy.
Hello, guys. Hello, and welcome back to the Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big up everybody in the video right now. We got everybody in the chat. I am joined by Mr. Ashraf and Mr. T in the building to do the match reaction for the Liverpool versus Arsenal game at Anfield. We will be breaking down and speaking about everything that was going on in the game. But lads, how you doing, my friends? How's it going?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Top of the league by Christmas is always nice.
Are top of the league. So we are top of the
We are
league.
top
We
of the
are
league.
top of
Yeah.
the league.
Oh,
Alhamdulillah, bro. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, but it was good. We had some nice time in the space as well with crazy arguments and stupid opinions, but we'll not get to it, so it's fine.
Nah, but yeah, listen, I think that we're gonna get into the game. We're gonna get into the nuts and cranny of it. But I think overall, a point from Anfield away, I'll take that. If I'm being completely honest, I'll take that. From my point of view, I thought it was going to be a not necessarily a difficult game, but it wasn't going to be a clear run through. We weren't going to run through them. We weren't going to, beat them convincingly. So for us to go out with a point, I'm happy with that. And obviously they'll return. Or the return fixture will be important because we will then need to get a win. I believe that game should be a win, 100%. If we don't win that game, then I'm not going to be happy about that. I won't be happy. I'm happy about a point from Anfield. I'm not going to be happy about not getting 3 points out of the game at the Emirates because that is very important. Yeah, that is very important for us to get that. But anyway, lads. Let's speak about the game. So we're gonna do it in stages. Firstly, I want you guys to just let me know what your thoughts were on the defensive performance, because I want to go to the positives first before we get into the negatives. And if I just start, mate, I think Declan Rice, Gabriel, and Saliba yesterday were spectacular. Were so good in regards to how they stopped the attacks from Liverpool, and I think they were all involved. When it comes to Declan Rice, I feel like he was just intercepting the ball. He was helping out with the build up at times, trying to progress the ball forward, or trying to run with the ball forward and progress it into the attacking areas. Saliba, this game, man, Saliba was everywhere. Same with Gabriel. Both of them heading the ball out every single time. All three were doing that. All three were doing important headers out of the box. Everything that was in the box, get it out. But what were your thoughts on their performances, man? Because they were spectacular for me, to be honest.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I mean,
Ashraf.
I thought all three were incredible as always. Like that core three has become so crucial to the way we defend every single game. And the best part is we have seen them against different tests. We've seen them against teams that play on the counter attack. We've seen them against teams that try to hold possession. We've seen them against teams that press. We've seen them against teams that cross the ball and try to play on headers. We've seen them even we've seen teams try to take them on by pace, right? So they've literally been passing every single test. And for me, the good thing as well is all three of them are not only solid defensively, they're all solid on the ball as well. Like even Gabriel, who I think had a big weakness on the ball like a year or 2 years ago, has improved tremendously on the ball. Not just with like the balls he paints, even like when he keeps the ball, he holds it, he plays it short and all that stuff. Like he's a lot more composed now. It was a masterclass performance. I think there's a reason why Saliba obviously won man of the match. And honestly, I'm happy that Saliba won it, but I could have even given it to Gabriel because I thought like they had a very level type performance. Because even Gabriel, like in terms of obviously he scored a very important goal for us, like early on. But even outside the goal, like the way he was defending the whole 90 minutes was quite incredible. That Saliba pace, though, to be behind Nunes, slightly behind Nunes, and to end up racing. And Nunes is quick, by the way. Like Nunes is not a slouch.
Battling him as well, eh? He was pushing him, he was shoving him,
holding each other, yeah. And to be able to race him and get there was just incredible work. And if it wasn't for that core three, I definitely don't think we would have won today's game because there were a couple of chances that they definitely could have taken if it wasn't for, or they would have got into good space if it wasn't for Saliba, Gabriel, and Declan Rice. And look, that's the difference from last season. Because when we went and played them at Anfield last season, obviously we drew that game as well. We didn't have obviously Declan Rice at the time, and we didn't have Saliba either because of the injury. And I said this to you today in space. I thought for me this game was a lot better than last season's game, right? Because I know both are the same result, but I felt we had a lot more control this game. It was like a 15-20 minutes them, 15-20 minutes us. We were going back and forth for a while. Like no team completely dominated a half, right? So it was literally both teams going at it. So I felt it was a lot more even that way. And outside that chance that Trent obviously missed and hit the post in, and then Salah's goal, I don't remember them having like clear-cut chances, like, oh, they just ripped us open and they went one-on-one and they narrowly missed. Joe Gomez had that shot, obviously, that just curled out wide, or I think it was saved. But then, again, like that wasn't an easy chance. Like he had someone right in front of him, so it wasn't an easy shot to take. But yeah, very, very good performance, man. Very good performance from all three.
Yeah. What can I say about the boys again, huh? Saliba, just the Rolls Royce. What can I say? Did you saw the touch he took, by the way, from the air when he was battling against Salah? He controlled with his feet like Ronaldinho. No, the ball was just still on the ground when he controlled the ball one time. It's like something a midfielder would do, a number 8 or a number 10. Bro, that his talent overall, through the roof. This guy, the sky is the limit for this guy. What can I say? But I also want to give Gabriel a lot of flowers, because did you guys know that since Gabriel joined in 2020, that I think, if I remember correctly, he has the most goals as a defender within this time period of 3 years.
Yeah.
For a defender, which is 11 goals.
Yeah.
And yesterday he added another one. And I think Gabriel is being underrated by everyone. We've talked about him a lot of times. We gave him a lot of flowers, but I'm talking about the mainstream media, the mainstream people that don't watch Arsenal week in, week out. They don't see how important Gabriel is. They just see If they just see Saliba, the Rolls Royce, and they think, okay, that's the main key of their defense. But Gabriel does, in my opinion, almost just as much as Saliba. And like you said, his overall game has improved on the ball, when he gives long balls, when he controls the ball. This guy is amazing, man. And I'm happy that we didn't sell him to Saudi, because at the beginning of the season, we didn't play him because of Saudi rumors, blah, blah, blah. And I was always against that. I was like, bro, why would you do that? He's like one of our key players in defense, And you think about money at this moment. It's not the right moment for money to think about money right now. And then we didn't sell him. We played him, and then you see what happened. He's doing amazing. And Rice, last but not least, Mister Captain England. Okay, not Captain America, Captain England. This guy, bro. When you drop the soap, he's behind you. You know, he's the guy that stands behind you.
Yo,
You know,
yo,
pause.
I
Big
pause,
pause,
bro. Hey,
but it
yo.
is
that is
true.
that is
But
the
it is
biggest pause,
true.
bro.
Hey,
It
yo.
is true. Bro, everywhere Liverpool midfielders went, Rice was there. Every time a ball went in the air, you know who is going to battle you for an aerial duel? Declan Rice is. Every time you do something, who's there? Declan Rice. That's what I mean with when you drop the soap, Declan Rice is there. When you pick up,
When you fuck up like Zinchenko, Declan Rice is there.
exactly, exactly, and well, there's nothing more to say. This man is a 105 million bargain. Send West Ham another 100 million because we robbed them basically from an almost world class player. This guy, bro, changed so much in our midfield. Imagine if we had another player with him in the pivot, so that Odegaard could be free and does what he wants. You know, this guy does it alone.
Yeah.
He's there solely by himself, and he still is everywhere. He still produces going forward. Just amazing, bro. Just amazing. And I've admitted in the past I've not rated this guy this much, but I didn't know this guy was this good. And the scariest thing is, bro, this guy can still improve. He's still young AF. This guy can still improve.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm just so happy with this trio in our spine. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Bro, listen. I agree, man. I think it's amazing the fact that we've got Rice and the fact that we go into this game so much control, so much just overall control in the game. Like defensively, I feel like we will never. Whenever I have Declan Rice, Saliba, and Gabriel in my midfield and defense, I don't have to worry about teams coming and embarrassing us. I don't, because they literally make sure that will never happen. They make sure that will never happen. They will never get embarrassed. A team will never score 5 or 6 goals again. A team will never score 4 goals against us. Do you know what I mean? Unless we are hitting back. Unless we are hitting back, because even then, some of them still come up with goals as well. That's the thing. So I'm so gassed that we've got these players. These players have changed our football club. I'm so happy that we got him. So happy that we've got Declan Rice, because I feel like he was that final piece in the puzzle for the defensive line. He is the reason why they're playing so good. Saliba and Gabriel were already good. They just needed a proper DM, a proper 6 to sit in front of them and protect them when there's the amount of pressure that comes up against us. Even that moment where there was a slip by a certain player, which we will speak about in his own little section. There was a slip from that certain player, and there was literally 5 against 1. 5 against 1. Declan Rice is just running back. He's just running back. He's not even, he's jockeying back. And that's perfect thing to do in that situation. The absolute perfect thing to do in that situation. You stay calm and you don't overreact. You don't go and commit to the player that's got the ball. You wait to see where he passes, assess the situation, try to apply as much pressure as you can. So I'm so gassed at the way he handled that. So happy with the way he handled that. And just quickly here, Wagwan says, big ups our Chelsea fan here. We are in the mud, bro. Just wanted to ask you that are you gonna win the league or what? Listen,
Inshallah.
right now we just have to say inshallah, because we have to wait. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see what happens in the window. The window would tell us a lot. The window would tell us whether we're gonna win that or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he says, did Kai Havertz play yesterday? Listen, we will speak about Kai Havertz. We will speak about him. Don't worry. And he also said, Liverpool had no mid or midfield. If they get 1 or 2 players in January, they can win the league. They need a 6.
And
Hey,
so
that's
can
crazy.
If we get a striker, we can win the league.
Bro, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but do not disrespect Endo after yesterday's game. That guy played amazing.
Not
What a
just
game he had.
yesterday. He's been amazing the last 3-4 games. I don't know what people are saying. He's been probably their
Exactly.
best midfield the last 3 or 4 games. And the thing about they need a 6. Okay, we need a box to box. So now what? Like we also have deficiencies in our midfield. It has nothing to do with that. If we get a midfielder and a striker, we do win the league, right? If City get a backup for Rodri, then they too like they can say we will win the league. So it works in all ways.
Yeah, and just quickly, he said Arsenal had more points last season at this moment without Rice. We may have had more points, but we weren't this comfortable in the defense. We weren't this secure. We were still leaking in goals. Yeah, we'd still been beaten by Man City 3-1. We'd still
Exactly.
made defensive mistakes, which we
Bro,
don't
and
make.
this fallacy, right? This fallacy
Somewhat.
about like we do make some mistakes, but this
Somewhat,
fallacy,
bro.
this fallacy about like you had more points last season. How did Rice improve you? Like you have to give it context. Like last season, we had for majority of the first half of the season, we had Partey, Chaka, and Odegaard. We had a stable mid and a stable front three, right? We didn't have like a lot of injuries, a lot of rotation. This season, because Partey has been injured, we've had to reshuffle a lot of players. Like literally, if you look at the midfield this season, look at all the combinations we started with. We did Rice, Odegaard, and Vieira once. We did Rice, Odegaard, and Havertz many times. Rice, Jorginho, and Odegaard. Rice, Partey, and Odegaard as well. Like we've had so many different combinations, and even in the front three as well. Because, by the way, I think you're mute.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Even my personal favorite, man. The one where they did Rice, Jorginho, and Havertz. Do you remember that? That stunk up the place, bro.
That was the Rice, Jorginho, Havertz. Wasn't that Sheffield or? Was it
I
No,
think
Newcastle.
No, it's
Newcastle because Odegaard was injured. Yeah, exactly.
Remember.
There you go. So we've had so many different combinations. So there's a lot of things that have gone wrong. So without Rice, I think it's fair to say we would probably be 10 points minimum behind where we are right now, right? But if we had Partey available throughout the season, he was fit, I think we would have been 5 or 6 points ahead of where we are right now.
This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one from Achi, who sends in big up Achi in the chat. He says Rice and the other new signings have stepped up, but the players from last season have regressed. I think you can say that to a certain extent, because there are still some players previously, the players from last season, i.e., maybe the attacking players have maybe regressed a bit, but then on the other
whole
hand,
attack has regressed.
On the other hand, the defense has completely changed. Like they were good, but they have gone to an elite level now, where we're talking about teams that might not even concede over 35-40 goals in the season. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, listen, I for me, I think that is a correct statement to say. I do think that attacking players have regressed, but it's a new midfield. It is a new midfield. If you're getting rid of Xhaka and Partey is injured, we're going with a complete new midfield. So they have to get used to the system now, or not used to the system, but they still have to get you. They got to come up with a new way to try and get the ball forward, try and get it to the attacking line in time. We ain't got the line breakers, i.e., the parties of this team. Partey is very important to the system because he is the line.
Really important. Last year they were talking about him being the best DM, the second best DM in the league, and now he's gone. And you replaced him with Rice. Okay, that's good, but you still lost a lot of quality in that squad. And Partey brings also a lot of different qualities that Rice doesn't have at the moment.
Yeah. And guys, remember, like this is we keep rival fans have been telling us this in the summer as well before the season started, and rightly so, about teams will play differently against you now. You know, they'll be more prepared. They're going to play more low blocks against you than before because the title challenges now. Last season, nobody expected you guys to do this. You surprised everyone. Well, guess what? If that's the case, and that has been happening, right? Because we've been seeing Martinelli and Saka doubled up and all that stuff, they'll eventually figure it out, right? We cannot play the same way we played last season. So we have to keep tinkering and changing things. So give it some time and you will eventually see a lot of players clicking. If we were playing this way, and let's say Liverpool and City were banging in goals, 4-0, 5-0, winning like 7-8 games in a row, I would say, you know what, let's be worried. But that's not the case. Like every team has been struggling this season, and I don't remember what our goals scored for stats are, but I don't think we're that far behind from the top, right? I think our goals scored this season, are we fourth, maybe, or like something like
No,
that?
no, we're third. I think we're tied with.
So
Let me
City have
double
40
check.
goals. They're first. Second is Aston Villa with 38. Third is Liverpool and Tottenham, 37. And then we have fourth with 36, along with Newcastle. So we have 4 goals behind the best attack in the league so far, right? Like it's not been like that much of a crisis that people are making it seem. I think it's just that when they see that there's not a single player in our team currently except for Nketiah
With
and
double
Saka,
digits.
yeah, who's not even because digits is still early for some people, but they're just seeing that a lot of players like Jesus, like Odegaard, like Martinelli are like on 2 goals, 3 goals, and I guess those numbers are probably looking like, oh, what the hell is going on? By the end of the season, if imagine by the end of the season, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Jesus are all on 10 plus goals. We're not going to be sitting here and complaining. We're going to be like, yo, our goals are well spread. So let's just give it some time.
Exactly. No, 100%, 100%. And big up Aaron in the building. He said yesterday was a fair result in my opinion. And big up to JD, who also says, yo, happy holidays, guys. I missed the game due to a Christmas party. Can I get an objective opinion on the game? Because all I've been hearing is Liverpool's robbed. Now, this is the problem I have. And obviously, LFC Aaron even here said
Yeah.
we weren't robbed. It was a fair result, pretty even game throughout.
Mhm.
This is where I stand on the whole Liverpool was robbed. Yes, you did get robbed in the conventional sense for the penalty, because
Yeah.
the penalty was a penalty. Let's face it.
Yeah.
We can
Mhm.
all come out and be shameless and say he slipped. He was going towards. It was a penalty.
It doesn't matter.
Kyrie
They
Irving.
don't. Yeah, exactly. They don't take the. Bro, his legs got broken. Let's keep it real. But what I am gonna say though is, even if they do get that penalty, that does not confirm that they're gonna then go and get the Salah goal. It doesn't.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean it's 2-1. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be
Because
2-1.
that penalty
Because that
didn't
could
come when
change
it
the
was
game.
1-1. That penalty came when it was 1-0, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So even if you score it, it's 1-1, and that Salah goal might not have come in then. The sequence that happens afterwards could easily change. The sequence of events would naturally change then. So
Yeah.
I don't get when people say, and as I said, LFC Aaron like put it properly, like they were what if let's say it was 1-1 and the penalty was not given, then you could say yes, they were robbed, because you don't know what would have happened next. But we know for a fact they probably could have gone 2-1 up, but that wasn't the case though. It was a pen though, 100%.
But you look at the stats as well. It was a pretty even game. Liverpool had
Very
like
even. Yeah.
51% possession. They had like almost the same passes as us. We both teams had like 12 shots, and Arsenal had 2 on target. Liverpool had 3 on target or something. So it was a pretty even game. Liverpool was just maybe slightly better than us in some sense, but they didn't have like clear-cut chances or anything. The only clear-cut chances that we could say that happened was the Salah goal and the Alexander
Trent.
Arnold miss.
Yeah.
You know, those were the only clear-cut chances. But other than that, it was a pretty even game. And yeah, a draw is a fair result, even though I'm a little bit vexed and I'm not happy with the result. That's a different story. But that's mostly because of I'm angry at our players, at our front line, Martinelli especially. And but in the sense of looking at it objectively with not my Arsenal glasses, it is a pretty even game, and the result was fair. Yes.
Yeah.
No, 100%. And I think before we get to the attacking line, let's have a quick word about Zinchenko, because my
Who?
God, my good God, Ya Allah, La Alam, La Alam, because I don't know what's happening with this guy. I don't know what's going on. But why is he so stupid? I was trying to think of a word where it doesn't sound too disrespectful, but he's a dumbass, bro. He is a dumbass. I'm sorry. He is. I'm sorry. But bro, like, sometimes there's times to be okay and like, okay, you know what? I'll let him off because that's the first time in a while that he makes the mistake. But he done this shit last season at the same ground, at the exact same ground. And thank God, man. Thank God, ya Allah. Thank God that he didn't cry this time. Thank God that he didn't cry this time, because last time this guy left the pitch in tears. You pussy. So not only is he coming out with defensive errors, the first goal for Salah, I mean, bro, this is rookie stuff, rookie mistakes that we're making.
Mm-hmm.
How do you let a left-footed player play it onto his left foot and if it wasn't bad enough that he let Salah, who is a world-class player, by the way, elite finisher, one of the top finishers in the world, if it's not bad enough that he let him get it onto his left foot, he then goes in to try and intercept it and misses completely, making it so easy. Then forces Gabriel to push forward to try and salvage it, to try and block the shot, block the shot, and completely messes that up. That's 1-1 straight away. He doesn't make that mistake. If Tomiyasu is in that position, I guarantee you they don't score there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they don't score there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tomiyasu knows what he's doing defensively.
Yeah.
Timber knows what he's doing defensively. This guy, after this game, I have officially denounced him as a defender now. He is a midfielder to me. If they're playing him as
he
left
never
back,
was.
they're playing him in the wrong position.
He never was.
Yeah, bro, they're playing him in the wrong position. He's a midfielder for his national team. Why is he a defender for us? I blame Pep and I blame Arteta because Arteta's carrying it on.
Exactly.
Why? What are we doing here, man? But I don't know what you guys have to say, but I think it was Zinchenko in this game was a mess. Pressure got to him. He was absolutely disgraceful and defensively. Going forward, yes, okay, he was pushing into spaces and passing.
Even then, he wasn't that good.
Wow, but even when he had the ball at his feet, at times he lost it. I mean, what are we doing here? If your quality if your quality was being good with the ball at your feet, and now you're even struggling with that, what are we doing here, man? What do you offer the team? Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what you guys have to say, but I was absolutely furious.
Well,
Furious
I'll keep it short and sweet because it's the same shit, different day. We keep talking about the same BS at the end of the day when it comes to Zinchenko, but this guy is not a defender, man. Pep and Arteta think they are really genius, and in Pep's case, okay, you may be a genius, but let's not forget that when Zinchenko played left back at Manchester City, they had 70% possession every game, bro. They never lost the ball. There were almost never a scenario that you pushed Manchester City with that team. So when you have a player like Zinchenko, you have a lot more freedom. You have a lot more chances to express yourself in an offensive way. But you don't, because you don't have to keep defending like we need to do in this year, you know. And Zinchenko, he's just not a defender, man. The fact that we keep playing him left back just shows that Arteta, first of all, doesn't trust Kivior because let's be real, that guy is meaty and not good enough when it comes to left back, and we don't have anyone else. So at this moment in time, he's almost forced to play Zinchenko, even though if he had any other choice, this game, I guarantee you, he wouldn't have played it. Any other choice, if it was Tomiyasu or anyone else, he wouldn't have played Zinchenko yesterday because he just knows. But not much to say else, really. Every long ball they did was towards Zinchenko. Every chance they created was to the right side almost, because Diaz was non-existent. It's like he lost his mojo, you know, just like Austin Powers. Yeah, it's literally the same.
Even if Diaz was even if Diaz was good and was playing good, I still think they would have gone to Zinchenko's side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, because
because of
Ben White
how
is
much
tall.
of a just because of how much of a disadvantage we had
Liability.
with
Yeah.
him. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
how much of a liability he was. How many times this guy was just losing the ball, was just doing a mistouch. Like, bro, everything was just
Mm-hmm.
shocking,
And
shocking.
Klopp made a huge mistake moving Salah up front, just like Aaron
Yeah.
said in the chat. He made a
Exactly.
huge mistake moving him up front because he had Zinchenko on toast. If you kept him on the right, surely he would have scored a second one because of because that first goal, the goal that Salah scored, bro, that was Sunday league defending from Zinchenko. He didn't even do the sickest move in the world, Salah. He just did one sidestep to the left and Zinchenko was gone. It was not even that hard what he did, you know. And if he kept on doing that, he would have eventually got the second, maybe the third goal. But he moved them up front and he killed basically the attack because after that, Harvey Elliott didn't do much apart from that one shot.
Yeah.
Ashraf, you
No,
want to go, bro?
it's man. It's honestly, this guy is such a. It's come to the point where like I'm considering thinking like, man, do we have anyone maybe in the academy that we can bring in, just give that person a run of games, just to see something different. Like the thing is, the first goal that we conceded, like obviously that was horrendous because you know that Salah can curl it from the left, from when he cuts it on the left side. So I would much rather show him the right, even if he gets in and he crosses or he shoots from there. If he shoots from that side, from the right foot, and it goes in, that's a near post goal. That's on Raya, right? So I would trust my keeper and say, no, it's okay. He's got that side. Let me show him on his weaker foot. And for me, I would have liked Gabriel to charge a little bit quicker because when he cut past Zinchenko, I felt Gabriel could have maybe moved a bit quicker to slow down Salah, but obviously it was it probably would have been for nothing because I think once Salah got past Zinchenko, it was a pretty open opportunity. Now, if that was the only mistake Zinchenko made in the game, I would have probably been like, yeah, you know what? It's fine. He's had one blunder. He'll probably recover from it, right? The issue is, was it in the first half or the second half? When he tries to, like, when he has the ball, Salah is pressing him from the back. Literally. So you're being pressed by one of the best attacking players in the world right now, right? Probably one, like top 3 right now in the world. And you're trying to turn him and try to dribble past him in our defensive third. Salah just nicked the ball, went running in, and luckily for us, Declan Rice was switched on and was able to read the pass and quickly intercept it before it came to, I don't know who Salah played it to, I can't even remember. And I've said this before, right?
He tried to play
I've
it to Gakpo, I think.
to Gakpo, yeah. And I've said this before, right? I always knew that Zinchenko was defensively a liability, but at least what he did when he was a defensive liability is he covered it up by his attacking game, right? By the way he came into the middle and kept the ball and kept possession, the way Arnold does for Liverpool, right? I don't think Arnold has improved tremendously as a defender. I think he's actually, to be honest, as a right back, I think he's decent. I think in one-on-one situations and all, he some people like overinflated
please call him Trent, bro. Wallahi, when people call him Arnold, it just doesn't
Why?
sound right.
Really? Okay.
Bro, I know him as Trent. Wallahi, I know him as Trent, bro. So when people say Arnold, it just like that doesn't sound right.
It does. I get what you mean. So yeah, like when Trent defensively, I think has improved, but he's still a liability there in certain one-on-one situations. So we saw when Doku played against him and cooked him a couple of times. But at least whenever Trent is on the ball, you know what threat he's going to give you. This is why when he had that opportunity and like he had so much space and Gabriel Jesus was not pressing him, and I'm like, yo, someone close him down before he pings something, and he literally goes and pings one amazing ball to Salah. So at least he gives you that side of the game. So when you're playing against Liverpool, yes, you know you can go at Trent, right? When you're going one-on-one situations, but you have to also worry that, hey, if we lose the ball and this guy gets it in a dangerous position, we're screwed because he can literally shorten that phase of play by just one quick ball from his defensive third to the final third of to their final third. Zinchenko, this season, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened to him, even on the ball has looked so horrendous. So horrendous. Gets pressed a couple of times, loses the ball stupidly. There was a time I remember in the second half, because I was watching the game with my friend, and I'm like, he's going to try to go past two people. He literally gets the ball, tries to run past two people, and they nick it off him immediately. Luckily, again, someone else won it in the mid. I can't remember who. He's made a lot of errors this season while he's on the ball, and I don't understand if it's just lack of concentration. I don't know if they're pressing him a bit differently now because they studied his game last season with Arsenal. I'm not 100% sure, because he wasn't starting that often for City. If you remember, he was never, ever their starting left back. He never had like a run of 7, 8, 9 games in a row with City where he was the main left back. But with Arsenal, he had that opportunity. So I'm assuming people studied him a bit more and are pressing him a lot more because they know that's the weak link. And I think for us, that would be a problem in the long run. Luckily, we don't face anyone as good as Mohamed Salah again until Feb, right? Because no matter who we play, like no one is going to have a winger as good as Salah. But there are definitely wingers that can get him. And Kudus, who's going to probably play at his side, is definitely the kind of winger that could trouble Zinchenko on Wednesday, right? So we need to make sure that we're 100%.
Long day.
And the sad part is, guys, there's no replacement. There is no other option because Kivior, as shocking as this might sound, is even worse than Zinchenko in the left back position and doesn't even give us anything going forward either. So he doesn't like even make up for that defensive frailty as a left back. So we have to unfortunately go with Zinchenko. I just hope Arteta somehow...
You know what? Hold on. You know what? Yeah, I nuke it. I will mad stick Saka back there, bro. Real quick.
Nah, stop.
Saka, do a shift, man.
None of that, bro.
I'll restructure the front line. Saka, just
nah.
Me, please.
Bro, our
please,
front line
man.
as it is, and I know we'll come to them eventually, have not been firing. The only guy been getting GA this season is Saka. We cannot put our best attacker. No chance. Look, we have to play him there because he does have his perks. I'm not gonna say he's completely shit. There was a run of 2-3 games, if you guys remember, where he was doing well everywhere, defensively and going forward. That Burnley game. There was another one as well. I don't know if it was not Luton. He didn't start against Luton, but there was some other game where he was playing really well. So if we have the right tactics and we protect that side well, so we tell Declan Rice, hey, forget the right side, focus more on the left side and help Gabriel and Zinchenko there, I think we should be fine. But yeah, man, like the moment Tomiyasu's back, and this is why I said I would block. I don't give a shit how selfish this sounds. I would block Tomiyasu from going to the Asian Cup. I'm like, bro, you were injured all this while, and now that you're back, you said you want to leave next week. Are you dumb? Get the hell, sit your ass down, right?
You know, it's funny
play
that
him
you
in
say
the
this
Premier League games.
because Tomiyasu is a risk as well. Because let's be real, this guy played 22 games every season. This guy has a lot of injuries, and now he is on I don't know how much games, 14 games or something.
And majority of his injuries are calf, by the way. Have you guys seen? It's calf injury. It's crazy.
So we cannot also think, oh, Tomiyasu's coming back, so I'm going to put all my trust in him because you don't know what will happen in the future. Of course, I don't wish injuries on players because, but it will happen sooner or later with him. I don't trust his consistency. That's why I never agreed with Chelsea fans when they say Reece James is the best right back in the world. I rate him, but he is not consistent. He's injured a lot, and Tomiyasu reminds me of that kind of situation. We cannot trust him. That's the issue. I hope that when Timber comes back, he stays fit because that player normally doesn't get injured. He's not injury prone. What happened is a freak accident. Especially me as a Dutch person. He's a Dutch guy. I've seen him play for years before he came to Arsenal. This guy, bro, never gets injured, and now he's injured. Trust me, bro. When he comes back, and inshallah, when he comes back, he keeps his the same not being injury proneness, and be like because he normally is like a player like Rice that never gets injured and plays every game a season. He's normally a player like that, and when he comes back, that's a player I can put all my trust into. And Tomiyasu is, I don't know if I can trust him, to be honest.
I'm looking at his so sad, bro. I'm looking at his injury record at transfer market, right? And listen to this, like 4 games missed due to hamstring injury, 4 games missed due to inflammation of the pancreas, 8 games missed due to coronavirus, 1 game due to abdominal problem, then 2 games because of a knock, 3 games because of a knock, 2 games because of a knock, then had a knock but didn't miss any game, then one game because he was ill, and then the moment he joins Arsenal, cruciate ligament tear. It's such horrendous luck, and you can't even say that. Oh, it's because of the physicality of the Premier League and the pace. No, it was literally the first game against Nottingham Forest that we were dominating. So it's annoying as hell, bro. So I do hope that when he comes back with the same pace, the same fitness. My worry is I don't think they will rush him back, right? I think Arteta probably in his mind has probably already not written him off, but just not put him in his main plans. Just in case he doesn't come back to that same level that they saw last season, and he needs even more time to be fully fit. I said this in the space today. For me, honestly, if there's a way to recall Tierney back just as a backup, just as a safety cushion, I would do it. I would 100% do it. Right?
I want Tierney back.
100%, bro. I know he doesn't offer anything going forward compared to Zinchenko, but he's better defensively.
Tierney will also help wake up Gabriel Martinelli, because he'll have somebody there to help him out with the
and he will overlap a lot. 100%. 100%.
To help. Aaron said, Thiago, hold my beer.
I see your Thiago and I raise your party.
Hey. What a shame. What a player he was, man. What a shame.
Thiago's different.
What a shame.
I think Partey is worse. I don't know.
I think Thiago might actually be mad, bro.
No, I don't even remember the last time Thiago played. If I'm real, Thiago is way worse than Partey in my opinion, and which is a shame because I rate Thiago really highly. What a player he is, man. And it's just life in it.
No, 100%. And yeah, listen, bro, we need to find somebody, whether it's Tierney coming back, whether I don't know, we need some of the academy kids, or whether this guy could just buck up and get his ideas straight. We need something, man, because this left back position is going to kill us the next couple of games until they're back. Tomiyasu luckily is due back on the 7th of January. I'm not sure when the Asian Cup starts, but yeah, he's due back in January.
I think it starts. Was it Jan 12th? I think.
Start date.
Yeah, Jan 12th.
Starts.
Qatar, Lebanon. Yeah. Jan 12th.
Yeah, January 12th to the 10th of Feb.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't let him go, man. I'm just gonna say to them, nah, it's not happening, bro.
And Japan is one of the strongest teams in Asia, so there's a very good chance they go all the way, which means he's gonna be there the whole month, bro.
Oh no.
No,
I'm not letting that happen. Nah, it can't happen. It can't happen. We can't let it happen, bro. We have to petition against it.
You know what's funny? Endo is going to leave as well, and it's unironically really bad for Liverpool as well if he leaves, because he's really important for them right now.
No one would have said that start of the season.
No, but I think it's a bit more worse for Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to be hit real hard. They lose Endo. They lose Salah. Salah gone.
Oh, Salah. Because of Salah. I thought the Asian
bro.
thing. Yeah.
Salah is gone, man. Salah is out of there, bro. And Egypt go far in the AFCON, man. You may think that they don't, bro. They
won't
man.
go far this tournament, by the way. But anyways, we'll see.
Nah. Who knows, man?
You'll see. They're not the same, bro. Trust me.
Nah. They probably will, bro. I think they will. I think they'll go. We'll get into that, man. You know.
I hope they don't.
I will support Morocco.
Yeah,
I hope they don't, but I want them to do it at the same time. It's crazy.
I make sure you're staying tuned in, man, because we are gonna be doing some. Me and Ashraf are just gonna and T, if you want to come through, bro.
Of course. I have a Morocco kit.
All right, we're gonna be sitting here. We're gonna be sitting here just talking about Morocco, man. We're gonna be doing maybe not match previews for every game, because they'll be coming quick and fast. But I'll be doing watch-alongs when I can.
At least for the Morocco games, Saad. Come on.
For the Morocco games, I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Yeah.
The Morocco games, and I'll be doing match reactions for the Morocco games.
Maybe
talk about the.
Maybe invite Sisi, because the first game is against her country, Tanzania. So Tanzania. So maybe invite her for that.
100%. But just getting on to the next. Do I want to speak about? We'll speak about Odegaard and Havertz. then we'll get into the front line in itself entirety. Actually, no. Let's speak about Raya before we move on to Erdogan and Havertz, because Raya was actually very good yesterday.
Yeah.
I know, listen, I just think that the standards are so low that if he doesn't make a mistake at this point, it's
Exactly.
great, bro. At this
When we
point,
don't
if he doesn't
speak
make a
about him,
mistake,
you know it's good.
bro, I have to come out and say, you know what? He caught
You
the
know how
balls
shameless you are, Sad.
almost.
You're so shameless. You're doing what I did with Kai Havertz like 2 months ago when Kai Havertz controlled a normal air ball, right? A normal long pass. I was like, oh, what a control! And like, you're doing the same thing, bro.
Like, that was the funniest. That's hands down still the funniest moment I've ever had on YouTube, bro. And I said we're just sitting there, and Ashraf's just like, "Oh my god, look at that control!" I look at it, yeah, and it's just a normal control, bro. I'm like, man acted like this guy freaking controlled it, like you know
That is
the little
Bergkamp.
flick up from the back, the little flick up from the back,
Bruh,
bro.
standards
And
was
you
so
go
because
back like that, and it goes over your-
wallahi, I'm not even lying. When I saw it come, I'm like, it's gonna hit him and go far away. Like, that's why I was like, but yeah, anyways, he's improved, so I'm not gonna lie.
He thought he saw Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah, seriously, man.
But David Raya, what are your thoughts on his performance?
Didn't make a mistake, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't say anything else. Because honestly, the goal that Salah scored, initially I was like, because I was watching the game with my friend and I was like, wasn't that near post? Shouldn't he have done better? But then when you see the replay, like Salah just banged it up in the roof of the net really well. So you cannot hold that against him. And then the Trent chance, I saw someone today on Twitter saying like, oh, he made himself big. No, he didn't. He didn't do shit, bro. He just stood there. He saw the shot come from Trent. He's like, astaghfirullah, bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And that's it. Like, let's not pretend like, oh, he made himself big. By the way, even with Declan Rice, what Declan Rice did, right, was the right thing to do, right? Which is what any defender does in a 1 versus 2 situation. Forget 4. In a 1 versus 2 situation, you always jockey the guy who has the ball and you show them on their weaker side, right? So even what Rice did was all right. Like, they missed that chance because of Trent. But Raya did nothing. Because someone tweeted today, he made himself big. And I saw the video and he's like standing like this. He did nothing, bro. Like, it was just a bad. But
the only thing I see him is at the end of it when Trent shot. All he did was stretch one arm out to just try and reach something, and he still went, bro. He still went the complete wrong way.
Exactly,
he still went the complete wrong way because he went across goal.
Yeah, he went on prediction. He went on prediction. I don't blame him for that because when you're
of course,
when it's a short distance, you have to choose a side because like
there's nothing he could do in that position.
There's nothing he could have done.
There's nothing he could do in position, bro. You don't know who it's gonna. The thing is, we didn't know who it was gonna go to.
Exactly,
we didn't know.
Exactly.
But Salah just passed it.
Yeah.
So whoever it fell to, he'd have to make a decision ASAP. So he just chose the safer option, which was the near post or the left side of the goal, because that's the. And then obviously his right was left because he didn't expect them to go across goal. But and most players do that anyway. Most players will go right in front of them, they'll shoot straight. They won't shoot across goal because you need a bit of skill to shoot across goal at that speed where the ball's coming.
Exactly. Outside that, he collected crosses well. He got the ball a couple times and started quick attacks. But again,
he didn't have a crazy save to make.
Yeah, he didn't make any crazy save. Like
apart from the Gomez one, and
Gomez, the curler.
No, sorry, that wasn't even a save. What am I talking about?
It wasn't a save, exactly.
What's the one that hit him?
Was it Gakpo or no?
No, it was Nunes.
I think so. It was Nunes from the left side.
Was it Nunes?
From the left side. From the left side, it was.
I think
Nunes. I think Nunes shot. Liverpool guys, Philip and Aaron, let us know. I think it was Nunes who. Look at this guy. This fraud, man. Look at him. This fraud. Man said lucky. I think it was Nunes who shot the ball. Yeah. And then David Raya saved it. It was like
near post. Yeah.
It was a near post shot, bro. It could have gone in, bro. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it
but
was.
apart from that, man, well, I'm trying to make his performance sound a bit better, man. Just allow me, man. Stop
Bro,
laughing.
I've been infected by your virus because even 2 minutes ago, I was like, yeah, he collected the ball. He started a counter. He literally just gave it to the guy in front of him. And I'm like, he started a counter. I'm like,
Oh my god!
Hey, he started the
what's
counter's
wrong with us?
crazy. Man's
You
acting
know,
like
you know what's
Bro.
you know it's also funny when they talk about goalkeeper stats and they say, "Look at his forward passing, the percentage." Bro, where is he supposed to pass?
Exactly.
Backwards?
Backwards.
there's no backwards, bro. Wallahi, there's no backwards passes. All of them are full.
Yes,
Wallahi.
but
Like a pass to
Raya, yeah.
Saliba right there, bro.
Yeah.
Wallahi.
But Raya, yeah, it was, yeah. What can we say, bro? It was a decent game. He didn't make a mistake. That's the only thing. If and like I said before, if we don't talk about you, the better. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Sorry, you go to you go to. Sorry.
oh, sorry. Did you want to say
No,
something?
you go. No, because I'm gonna address a comment in the chat because Jerry wants to bring up this this thing that all these.
We'll come to the
crying
refereeing
about.
decisions. We'll come to the refereeing decisions because
Okay.
that's stupid. But anyways.
Yeah, not much to say. Raya, basic game, no mistakes. Him and Allison both really. They could have both had chai. Raya could have walked into Allison's goal and they could have had tea together because both keepers wouldn't really test it as much.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna guess Raya because he did something he's supposed to do. You know, he just didn't make a mistake. That's it, basically. Not much to say.
Just on the referee, do you want to do the refereeing decision before the attack?
Yeah, we could. No worries.
So just on the refereeing decision, because he wants to bring up, obviously he's bringing up the. I'm going to speak about the. Obviously he's saying should have been off Saka, the nicest guy in football. No, he shouldn't. Firstly, I'm going to bring up the first incident because a lot of people are complaining about the about
Penalty?
whether Saka should have been sent off. No, they're complaining about whether Saka should have been sent off for the one
Was it
on
the one
Simicast. On Simicast.
Yeah,
No, that would have
yeah.
been harsh. That would have
That
been
one,
harsh.
Horrendous.
that Simicast one was never a red card. Never.
It was not even
They
a
went,
foul.
They
bro.
went shoulder to shoulder. They went shoulder to shoulder, and Saka again slipped. He slips again for this next one, but he slips for that one as well. As he's going into Simicast, he slipped like that and fully gone in. Like he hasn't even like he went in, but not enough to like fully throw him. As he's gone in like and slipped, he's fully gone full in. You know what I mean? I think he only wanted to go slightly in with the shoulder just to get him off the ball, but not to like fully throw him away, bro. But bro, I don't think that wasn't intentional. It definitely wasn't intentional. It definitely wasn't.
I'm not one to
Came
blame
out
the
after an
pitch.
apologies, bro.
The pitch was horrible as well. I'm not one to blame pitches or weather or anything, but that pitch, bro, was terrible. Terrible.
Which is odd, bro, because Liverpool are a massive club, bro. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what-
normally at the grounds at big clubs, bro, you don't get a pitch like that. It's hella slippery, bro. It's
Exactly.
maintained to the highest degree, bro, because we have so much money in our clubs. So they make sure that the field is pristine. Like the Emirates, bro, it will never be like that, bro.
Yeah.
Because they make
That-
sure that it's pristine, bro. They're out there and they're poking at the grass. with
The
their
carpet,
little-
bro. The carpet.
Bro, it's like
It's
a
funny
carpet,
because
man.
it wasn't one player, bro. It was like a bunch of players that
Yeah.
kept slipping. But look, on that incident, like if you watch the replay, right? They're both going at it, like and obviously they're next to the touchline, right? And the reason Tsimikas falls is because when Saka tries to put his leg in front of him and shield it, right? I think Tsimikas's leg hits Saka's right leg, right? There was no push because people are posting this picture and which shows like a still picture that shows Saka's elbow behind his back, which never happened. If you watch the replay, he didn't elbow him or anything like that. He didn't push him from the back or anything. Because of the leg and time, for me personally, it wasn't even a foul because they were both going at it. And I think Saka just ended up coming to the ball and shielding it away. And because of that, obviously the slip unfortunately led to Tsimikas also like falling badly and obviously not injuring, but Klopp ended up getting fall as well because of it. But for me personally, I don't even think it was a foul. But even if you want to give that as a foul, there's no chance you could give that as a red. No chance, because then
No.
what are we doing here? Like, are you gonna start fouling, sending players off because of a slip? That makes no sense.
A red card shouldn't be given based on the injury the player gets in a position.
Exactly.
It still should have been the position and what happened within that position,
Yeah.
not the injury that happened at the end.
Yeah,
Which sounds harsh, but it's the truth.
I think when it comes to the second one that Jerry was talking about, Jay, big up Jay, by the way. Subscribe to his channel, the Jerry James Show. Make sure to subscribe to his channel, man. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. But even for the second one, that wasn't even a red either, because he didn't take him out with his studs. He slipped again,
exactly,
and then takes him out with the side of his leg. He takes him out with the side of his leg. It isn't with his studs. So yeah, I can't see any of them being a red for me anyway.
By the way, even if it was with his studs, if the guy slips and falls, you cannot put that on him, because it wasn't reckless. It wasn't a dangerous start. It wasn't like he tried to go for the ball, but he missed the ball and got the leg instead. The guy literally fell down. Like, he slipped and the leg went up. So I don't get where these, like, I'm not gonna say these Liverpool fans. It's only one guy, but it's crazy that people are calling for that to be a red.
And to be honest, in fairness to Jay, I think he's just joking about, bro. Jay, confirm if you are joking about, or are you serious that you think they should have been reds? But I think he's joking about, bro.
The only reason Liverpool fans want Saka to get a red is because he had a yellow and they won this. They were screaming for a second yellow for like 3 or 4 positions back to back. So I understand in that sense. But just to give my 2 cents about the 2 positions, the Saka Tsimikas one, that's just a beast versus a skinny guy. And you know what happens then? 50-50s. You just get popped out of the way. It's just that simple. And it's unfortunate what happened to him. Speedy recovery to Tsimikas, by the way, because we don't wish any injury on any player. In fact, I wanted Tsimikas to play because Saka was cooking him. When Gomez came on afterwards, it looked a little bit different. Saka was struggling a little bit. But to go back to the 2 positions, the first one, no, it's not a card, and the second one, the slip one. People were talking about other games that other players got a second yellow or a yellow card for slipping and then tackling other players. That's, at the end of the day, a consistency issue with the officials. If you want to give those positions yellow card, just give every position like that a yellow card. If not, don't give it on any position that happens when the player slips.
Yeah.
And that's you can blame the refs for that. You cannot blame Saka for that, because the pitch was terrible. The slip happened because the pitch was shit, and that's a fact, because everybody was slipping. And when the slip happened, maybe the ref had that into consideration, because he already knew a lot of people are slipping. The pitch is slippery, so maybe he took that into consideration when he didn't give Saka a yellow card for that. A second yellow.
And for all the people that are saying, "Oh, you guys must have been the only ones on the pitch that were slipping," it wasn't just Arsenal players, because what's his name, Diaz. The reason why he got injured was because him and Saka both slipped and went into each other with their knees. Their knees bumped with each other, and also Konate also slipped. Konate also slipped over a couple of times in that game. Just on the pitch, just running. So it wasn't just our players. I feel like Liverpool were also disallowed certain moments in the game due to a slip. Like, I'm not even just saying it was us. I feel like there was also a disadvantage for Liverpool because they were slipping.
And
I think it was.
Before people go mad and be like, you guys are using this as an excuse, we're not. The result was a fair result. The slip did not affect the game. The chance we missed with Martinelli was his own stupidity. Nothing was affected by the slip, by the pitch. We're just saying that it didn't help. That's all. But it affected both teams, of course. It affected both teams.
I don't think the ref was one-sided. I think the ref was shit on both sides. So I think we need to keep that same energy, because if that was for example, Tsimikas making the handball that Ødegaard did, maybe he didn't give that one also because he slipped. You know, you never know. The ref was shit on both sides, not only your side.
But you know,
And for
speaking on that, I
no,
was just
because
gonna say-
Philip mentioned that that the foul on Tsimikas wasn't a slip as it was deliberate. The contact between Saka and Tsimikas, in my opinion, is similar to the one of Trent and Havertz in the box. I don't think that was a penalty because I think it was too soft. And the same way, I don't think that was a foul either.
yeah, yeah, and you know what? Get into the Ødegaard handball.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, from my point of view, I think it was a handball. I think it would have been a penalty. We were lucky to not get that called against us. But as I said earlier,
Big up Saliba. He came out and said it after the game.
yeah, Saliba came out and said it straight up as well. He said, "Yeah, of course it was a penalty. It was a penalty." But and for our player to admit that as well and to say it was a penalty, that means that you know what I mean. These referees, even the players, are now not even going to sit there and say no and this and that and hide these decisions. These decisions need to be called out on both sides. Whether it was a penalty against us, or whether it's a penalty for us, I'll call it out straight up. Same way as anything else, bro. VAR for VAR not to look at that was scandalous, bro. It was absolutely scandalous because that is
They did look at it.
Possible. No, but
They
for them
did.
to not come to the
look at it.
verdict.
Ah,
For them to not come to the verdict. Sorry, I should have worded it better. For them to not come to a verdict that there was a penalty is scandalous because it was clear as day.
Very clear.
That it was a penalty. People will sit there and say, "Oh, Ødegaard slipped." He didn't. His ankles
slip,
got
but it
broke
didn't
because
affect
of
it. Yeah.
No. But
Yeah, he slipped, but he didn't fall.
Guys, it wasn't a slip. I watched it in slow motion and I watched it in real time. Bro, he didn't. Salah changed the movement so quick, bro. You see his ankle and you see his leg just twist up a little bit, and then he drops down and then just tries to grab onto the floor. So his ankles got broken, and then he tried to reach for the floor. He hit the ball like 2 times and then bang with his hand. So it is what it is, man. It was a penalty. That's my point of view anyway. But you lot can let us know if it is.
I agree. I think Ødegaard can sign a 4-year max contract with the Golden State Warriors after yesterday's game. It was an amazing dribble. No, but yeah, he got cooked and he fell when he got cooked. And he didn't fall completely. He just lost his balance and his arm went to that way. And I think they just thought, oh, he was falling and he just want to break his fall with his arm, you know, that because that's what you normally do when you fall. But even if that's the case, I want to be objective in this case. And I think that's a clear-cut penalty. If that was the other way around, I would be pissed. And I understand the frustration of Liverpool fans because that's a clear-cut penalty. And if you watch these shows frequently, you know that I say every time the best league in the world with the worst officiating in the world. We give old men the latest technology. They don't know how to use it, and you see what happens. And that needs to change. The officiating is just terrible in this country, and it needs to improve. And that's why I say, yeah, it's a clear-cut penalty, and the fact that it's not given, it's a shambles. It's a shambles. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, I think that clears up the refereeing bit. Let's go to the. Oh yeah, go on, mate.
Sorry, just one thing. The last thing is, I think we could have had a penalty shot as well outside the Havertz thing. The Saka one. Do you guys remember when Jesus put him through? When Jesus put him through and he cut in, and the one where Martinelli missed, basically, right?
Yeah, he didn't go down, bro.
He didn't go. And by the way, I'm glad he didn't because I don't like players who do that. So I'm glad that he stood on his. But if
we got a penalty when he went down, I would have took it.
No, but here's the thing: if he went down, 100% that gets given because when he cuts the ball pass, I don't know why he cut left. By the way, he should have finished it. I have no idea why he went to the left side. He could have chipped it. He could have just shot the ball before Alisson came out. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. But when he cut left, because Alisson had already committed, Alisson caught his leg and Saka then stumbled, but he stayed on his feet. If he fell down, 100% that gets given as a penalty. I'm glad he didn't, because players shouldn't do that. And to be honest, if Martinelli didn't get that opportunity immediately after, I'd be like, yo, maybe Saka should have fallen down. But the thing is, Martinelli got the chance. The ball came to him. He cut past Konate and still ended up missing it. So yeah, man, that was
Bro, I would have 100% went down, because that's a card for Allison. You get the penalty. Why not, bro? Just go down. Just go
T would
down.
have gone down like
Bro,
rolling.
I would be like Neymar. I would be like Neymar. I would stand up, get a kick flip in the air. I would make a handstand and then lay down, and then I would say,
Bro,
I'm injured.
I'd have been doing a David Luiz, bro. Remember David Luiz when he looks
when he looks like that, exactly.
He looks over the thing, bro, trying to see if it's booked. But
yeah, but it's a big game. It's Anfield, bro. You need to take everything you can get. That's how I see it. You know,
I'm sick and tired of it, to be honest. Talking about the refs, I'm sick and tired. The fact that we have to have a whole section just for the refereeing decisions is shocking. It's shocking that we have to sit here and discuss these refereeing decisions. But enough of these shitty refs. Let's get on to the other midfielders, Havertz and Ødegaard, before we get to the attack. Havertz and Ødegaard. Ødegaard, for me, I feel like he had a good game. Hassam yesterday was saying that he thought that Endo pocketed
I saw that. What a fraud.
Ødegaard, I completely disagree. The amount of passes he had in the final third, I got his stats up so I could speak about it in this segment. And the actual stats, let me just get them up. So overall, he had 84% pass accuracy for his passes. He has 62 passes, and 52 of them were accurate. Chances created 3, big chances created 1. He had 1 shot off target. In the attack, he had 82 touches, three of the touches in the opposition's box. I understand that he was playing a bit deeper, so he wasn't going to have that many touches in the opposition's box. He had 11 passes into the final third. 11 of them passes went into the final third. And he obviously had the one accurate cross, accurate long balls, 3 out of 5, 60%. You got dispossessed 4 times, which is actually low for an attacker or attacking kind of midfielder.
No, that is a lot.
Nah, dispossessed is 4, isn't it?
No. If you check the other games, it's usually less than that. So, I mean, it's Liverpool. Obviously, they pressed us high and stuff, but
but as an attacking player, you're gonna get dispossessed. So
no, they're not counting. They're not counting when you pass the ball and it's a wrong pass and it gets intercepted. They're not counting that. Dispossessed in this case means you had the ball and someone nicked it off you.
Okay.
So it is a lot. Okay. It is a lot. That was bad.
Okay. Yeah, okay. No, that was bad then. That was bad. Sorry, I thought they meant like if you pass it and then somebody intercepts
No.
pass,
that's why they have the passing stats separately. Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. So yeah, for me, I feel like he had a good game. He was dictating the play like I like, doing exactly what I like him doing, which is dropping deep, getting the ball and progressing it forward for us, helping us out, dictating the play, being the maestro of the team. I love that. I love all of that. So that's where I want him. Yeah. And if he can get a shot on goal, then great. But I want him being able to break the lines for us.
Yeah.
Now that Partey's not able to do it. Until Partey gets back, that's what your job is. But I think he was good. Havertz, for me, a little bit quiet this game. A little bit
Very
quiet. Wasn't getting involved as much, apart from obviously the penalty shout and passes here and there. But other than that, bro, he had nothing, absolutely nothing. I think he had 1 shot which went side netting, but nothing for me. So not the best of games for Havertz, but he's been scoring lately, so we can give him 1 game. But in these big occasions, this is why I wanted to start Trossard, man, because I feel like Trossard would have made a massive difference in that game if he had started. But
he'll start next game now. So
100%. He's there, man. My boy Trossard, Leandro, come on, man. But yeah, what's your thoughts, guys, on Ødegaard and Havertz?
Look, I'll
Mhm.
keep it I'll keep it very short. For me, like Havertz was quiet, as you've mentioned. Like when you're that kind of player, like playing in that role, that's but like in a way playing like a second striker almost, right? You do want to see a lot more of him, right? Especially in the final third. Like the thing is, defensively, if he doesn't make mistakes, if he's tracking back, covering his man, I'm happy with that. I don't expect him to be winning tackles left, right, and center like Declan Rice and stuff. Um, just put enough defensive hustle, but in the attacking third, he has to create. He has to take more shots. He has to try and do a lot more link-up play, which he didn't do yesterday. So that was horrendous. Not horrendous, but that was average, I should say. Odegaard, for me, yeah, he got the assist. Obviously, a very good cross to Gabriel. But outside that as well, I think, as you mentioned, he dictated the game well, controlled it, came back, got us out of like certain difficult situations with his passing and the way he combined. So he did all right. Like I think if Odegaard plays the way he played against Liverpool, against any other team, he probably scores or assists because he would have more opportunities. So not bad, definitely not bad from Odegaard.
Hmm. Yeah, I have a few things to say. Not much about Havertz because he was Mr. Anonymous yesterday. Not much from him. But another thing I wanted to tackle about the subject is I think Havertz takes a lot away from some players. And with some players, I think.
Oh,
What?
sorry about that. Sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. Big up Skullx though in the chat though. Big up Skullx, man. Big up
Damn.
Skullx.
Yo, that
Sterling
one
as
was
well,
an
eh?
absolute
Look
howler.
at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Well,
Howler, bro.
this is supposed to be your experienced player as well, eh?
Holy
Look at the big chances
shit.
missed. Look at the big chances missed. Oh my
Oh, Latif.
Ah, Chelsea 36. Holy crap.
Wayo.
God.
Hey,
Skullx
Yo,
not
Skullx.
having a good
I
day, man.
see what NFC Aaron was saying as well. This strike force has been stinky. Liverpool are
I
third in that list.
pray
Can you believe that?
pray for Skullx, man. Pray for Skullx.
Yeah, man, pray for
Are Liverpool
Skullx.
actually third? Oh my
Liverpool
god.
are third. No, and they're joint
Oh
second.
my
Sorry, Liverpool are
goodness.
joint second. My bad with
With
Everton. Holy
They're rivals.
shit, bro.
Yeah, but hey, but I said it. I'll say it again. The Roman era is over, my brother. Welcome to the Todd Bowley era. Welcome to America, brother. Welcome to America.
Yeah.
We don't
This
win
is
around here.
America.
We don't win around here.
Come on.
Oh man. But what are we talking about
Yeah,
again?
sorry.
I just lost my
yeah,
train of thought.
sorry, we
Kai
were talking
Havertz,
about
Kai Havertz and Odegaard.
and
Kai
Odegaard.
Havertz.
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Kai
to-
Havertz, Mr. Anonymous, but I was talking about him taking a lot away from players like Jesus and Odegaard because Odegaard drops deep a lot more. He needs to defend a lot more, and you don't want a player like Odegaard to defend. You want him to stay forward and be free and do what he wants, left, right, threading two passes, blah blah blah. You don't want him to drop deep and defend. That's the issue that we're facing with Kai Havertz in the team right now. Because if we compare him to Granit Xhaka, for example, okay, this for Rice and Partey, not much difference. So I'm just gonna keep Rice there. But imagine if we had, for example, Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka is really good going forward, but he played number 6 for us for a few years, so he knows how to play the number 6. So when he defends, he does it good. He does it really well. And Odegaard was always free at the front, and he could have. He had the chance to do everything he wanted. Okay, and the fact that Havertz doesn't defend and goes forward a lot, to the point that Jesus and Odegaard are almost one of them is our number 8 and is dropping a lot deeper than Kai Havertz. What happens? You take a lot away from the talents of a player like Martin Odegaard, because I like to banter. I say ESR is better than Odegaard, haha. That's the funny part of our conversations. But I rate Odegaard really highly, but we are not using him in the strengths right now, and we are taking a lot away from him. And I think Havertz is one of that main issues. He takes a lot more away than he brings in this team right now, and that's why I think a player that is next to Rice in a double pivot would not only help Rice but also help Odegaard immensely, because then he doesn't have to defend anymore, and then he can play his game, and then we will see a lot more in the box passes. 11 could be 20. Saad, you know, the stats that you just mentioned, that 11 crosses to the box or any whatever you said, that could have been 20 if we had a solid
Oh, you mean
number.
the final passes into the final third?
Final pass in the final third. Yes, that could have been 20 if we have a solid midfield behind him. You know, and I think that's why Havertz is at this moment more toxic for our team than positive. And yes, he has numbers. Yes, he had stats, but it almost feels like the players want to benefit him instead of him benefiting other players. And Ødegaard is one of those players that is suffering from that, because when you need Ødegaard to defend, it's bad because that guy cannot defend. And that's one of the issues that we have in our midfield right now. And I think both Ødegaard was okay, but Havertz, like I said, took a lot away from him in the offensive sense, because of the fact that Ødegaard needed to defend a lot more, tackles in the midfield, blah blah blah. You know, those kinds of things. And yeah, Havertz 5 and Ødegaard maybe 6.5 for me if I need to rate them. You know.
Don't worry, we're gonna do ratings in a second.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
But the but the attack. Finally, we're at the attack. Saka at times during the first half was good, but not good enough. Martinelli, this was probably the worst game I've ever seen him play in my whole time of seeing him at Arsenal. This was the worst game I've ever seen Martinelli play. The worst. Jesus, invisible because, you know, he's in the midfield, bro. This guy's just in the midfield. Like, I want him helping with the build-up, but not too much with the build-up. Like, find a perfect balance between your actual job, which is to help score goals, and helping with the build-up. Yeah, I'm all for you helping with the build-up and being able to bring other players into the game and helping the attackers get goals. But bro, don't get fully like, you know, when you got tunnel vision and you're only in the midfield and you just did. Oh, that's all he's doing. That's all he was doing in that game. Like, I want to see you in the box, trying to get onto one of the balls that were driven across the box. And yes, I know he done one of the he passed one of the balls into the box, and no one was there. But you know, there was also another pass there. Although I think somebody else should have been there to receive that cross that he done. But there was also a pass there for I think Havertz. I think Havertz was there. Somebody, Martinelli, it might have been one of the two. But someone was in the middle. But just a poor display from our front three again. A poor display, man. And I'd hope that this is the game where they would step up for me. I really hope this was the game where they would have stepped up for me, but nope, didn't step up this game. They decided to just do what they do all the time, which is miss shots, incorrect passes, this and that, incorrect positioning. It's absolutely dreadful. And I think you could say the same. I think Aaron would agree with me. Same with who the other one. So Aaron will agree with me. Philip will agree with me. You know what I mean? Jay, if he's still here, will agree with me that Liverpool, you could say the exact same thing. That their front line, apart from Salah, was dreadful.
Horrendous.
So yeah, it's literally it's the story of our lives, both of our teams, where the front line just isn't what it is. It just isn't what you want it to be. So yeah, just dreadful game from my front three, man, and big up Gabriel for the goal, man, because he did get a goal for us to get us into the game.
Yeah, terrible display. Not much to say, really. Saka first half. Wait, I wrote it down here. Saka first half was good, but second half, when Gomez went in the game, he got a little bit pocketed. Let's be real. He had some positions that he went past him, but most of the time he couldn't get past Gomez. Played a really good game. Martinelli, this game just showed that Martinelli didn't improve as much from last year, because we can still see that he is raw. He takes a lot of touches of the ball, and he doesn't make smart decisions. Yesterday, I felt like Martinelli had no brain in his head. I was like, I sounded like a dad, an angry father. Where is your brain? How can you get a C and not an A? For example. But this guy yesterday, headless chicken, just running, 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 no end station. And when he comes there, he crashes. Konate was having a field day with him. It wasn't even Trent that was pocketing him; it was Konate. Because at the end, when he skinned Trent a few times, but when he faced Konate, it was over. The train crashed, and Jesus, yeah, you're dropping too deep, man. Every time we attack the box, I never see you in the box. He's always way too deep, and I want to cut players like Martinelli some slack for that, because sometimes when Martinelli does his cooking, he gives a cross, and you expect someone there, but no one is there because Jesus is dropping really deep. But if you have, for example, an out-and-out striker, Martinelli could also benefit from that, you know. And I think Jesus, when he is supposed to be the provider, he is not providing like the things that Martinelli and Saka need right now, and that is a striker, because they don't have to score every time. Sometimes they just need to give an assist, but you're not there. So yeah, not that's about it really. Poor performance. The whole season, it's like this, and I don't know when it's going to improve, but I need it to happen really fast.
Yeah, I echo what you guys said. I think our entire front three were very poor. Even the guys who came off the bench, Trossard and Ketia, I think they were poor as well. I don't think they had a good game. Saka had some moments here and there. I think that through ball he gave to Martinelli, who ran, and initially he got past Konate, but then Konate caught up again and just won the ball so easy. And I wish when Martinelli did that, he would have taken the shot with his left foot. Yes, it's Alisson. Probably he would have saved it, but better try than lose the ball in a silly manner that way. That Saka chance from the Gabriel Jesus pass, I think that's one of the only 2 or 3 good things that Jesus did all game. That through ball he gave to Saka. When you go 1-on-1 like that in such a game, you've got to finish, man. You've got to finish, because yes, it's obviously Alisson, the best keeper in the world and all that stuff, but you're not going to get a lot of these opportunities when you're 1-on-1 running free, like with Alisson in front of you. So when you get that chance, I wish like Saka was a bit more courageous and tried to chip maybe when Alisson went down, or just took a better shot or something. I'm not sure. But he ended up cutting it left, and when the rebound came to Martinelli, he made a blunder out of it as well. So they just didn't have their shooting boots, man. And a couple of times when we crossed the ball from the right side, I think Jesus did one and then Saka did one, and there was no one there to attack it. No one, literally no one. I think one was cleared by Arnold, and another one I think just went past everyone. So it obviously shows that we don't have that mentality of someone, like we don't have that hunger of someone getting in and just attacking balls at the box. You would think Nketiah is the kind of player that does that, but I don't think he has the mental the mentality or the positional awareness to be in the right positions to finish some of these chances and tap in, like, because that's how Haaland gets a lot of his goals, right? It's not like dribbling skills or speed or something like that. It's literally just the positional awareness to know, okay, this ball is probably going to fall here. I'm going to be waiting here for it. And I agree with T. I love the fact that Jesus plays the way he does. He drops deep, lets Martinelli and Saka make runs inside. He sets them up. He sets both of them up a lot of times, creates chances for others. But sometimes I do want him to just play a normal striker game, right? Sometimes I do want him to be that kind of striker that likes to like rough it up with the center backs, get into to scoring positions, make a lot of runs in the box and wait for like that cross and the through ball, which He doesn't do enough for me in certain games. So it's not great. Look, I'm not gonna go crazy over the top though, because we have to remember, like, they did play against the best defense in the league, obviously level with us, right? And Van Dijk and Konate are both obviously very, very good defenders. So it's not like the end of the world. I think there are, and here's the thing. The last thing I'll say on this, yeah, there are some moments that if you took these moments, the game suddenly changes. Like your outlook on these players suddenly changes. For example, Saka, the 1-on-1, he scores that. You suddenly say, oh, Saka had a very good game, right? Martinelli with his chance, he scores that. You suddenly say, oh, Martinelli had a good game, right? Saka scores the chance from Jesus' through ball. You suddenly say, oh, Jesus gave an assist. Amazing through ball. Like, Jesus had a good game. So a lot of times with attackers, it's just these moments. So you have to be able to take them. And if you don't take these moments, like, that could be the difference between you winning or not, or dropping points at Anfield. And yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't take them.
No, I completely agree with both of you. We all pretty much echoed the same thing. But yeah, other than that, we'll just quickly do the player ratings, and then we'll get wrapped up. Player ratings for David Raya. I'm gonna start off by saying I'm gonna give him like a 5, maybe a 6. I'll go up to 6. It's just a standard rating for me.
He didn't make any mistakes, so standard 6. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't make no mistakes. That's a 10. That's a 10 for me, bro.
10.
Best
10 out
player
of 10.
on the pitch. That's our best player on the pitch, man. Big up, man. Big up.
No, he was not our weakest side in our back. I'll give him a 7. He played solid.
Fair.
He didn't give me any stress, so 7.
Thank God. Ben White.
A 5. I thought he got done a couple of times.
Yeah, he did.
Luis Diaz had a bad game, and despite that, I don't think Ben White did really well. So imagine if Diaz was in form. I think he would have roasted Ben White. And he didn't offer anything going forward. So I don't know if that was by design or if that was just him. But anyways, yeah, 5 for me.
Yeah, Ben White for me a 4. I'm gonna give a lower because he didn't overlap. He didn't help Saka at all. Saka started the game really well, and the least you could have done is help him, but you didn't, and it annoyed me. I'll give him a 4 because of that. Even though Luis Diaz didn't play a good game, he, like I said, lost his mojo, like Austin Powers, a little bit, and like Space Jam when the aliens took the powers, that happened to Luis Diaz. But even then, you didn't go forward. You played against a meaty player, and you offered nothing, and that's why I'll give him a 4. Not because he played bad, but because you offered nothing.
I'm also gonna give him a 4. I think it wasn't his best game. Normally I give him a 5 or a 6 for a standard player for that just had a standard game, but I do feel like he made some mistakes in regards to his tracking of players. And when he was tracking some of the attackers, when Nunes came on, he gave him a real problem. You gave him a real problem out there, man. So if Nunes has started this game on the left, God knows what had happened, man. But yeah, I'm gonna give him a 4. Saliba and Gabriel. What are you guys going with?
I'm gonna say 8
Ashraf
for
Sand
Saliba.
is so confused by that question, bro.
No, because no. The question made sense. I was just thinking, who am I gonna start with? So Saliba gets an 8 for me. No, actually, you know what? Fuck it. No, both get a 9. Yeah, there you go. Both get a 9.
Yeah.
So none of them are your man of the match.
Sorry?
None of them are your man of the match.
No, for me, I don't put man of the match like with the highest rating. It's just like me,
right.
both of them are. If I had to pick between the two of them, who the man of the match is, I'll probably just give it to Gabriel because he scored a very important goal. But defensively, both of them were incredible. Saliba a couple of times got the ball of Salah easily. Right, was so composed on the ball. I was watching the game with a friend, and there was one time when I think he was getting pressed when he went on the left side, and we're like, oh my god, and he just gets out of it so coolly, like nothing happened. He initiates a nice pass, and incredible, bro. And Gabriel, obviously, very, very good header, very important goal, which is a bit worrying though, because before that game, 46% of our goals were from set pieces. was from like dead play, right? Not open play. And we are second in the league for that, by the way, behind Luton Town. And Luton has to be first because have you seen the Giants and their team? They only rely on corners and set pieces. So another set piece. I'm a bit worried that we're not scoring enough from open play. But hey, as long as we get them goals, then I don't give a shit.
T?
I will give Saliba a 9 and Gabriel a 9.5 because of the goal. And I just wanted to say, I'm not going to say anything about their performance, because it was damn near perfect for me. The only thing I'm going to say is, let's take a moment. Let's just take a moment and be happy with the two partnership that we have in the back. After all we've been through, Skodra, Mustafi, everything, Schillaci, every players that we can name
Socrates.
10, maybe 20 players we can name right now. But let's just take a moment and be happy. And inshallah, this will stay like this for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
At least. That's it.
Socrates is crazy, bro. Socrates, Kolasinac.
Oh, we played Kolasinac centre back once.
Bellerin.
Bellerin never played centre back though.
No, I'm talking about the back line. So,
back line. Okay, yeah. Fair. If we're doing full backs, I've got one that will top everyone. Andre Santos.
And
outside and outside this move,
You know what's hilarious about Andre Santos? Just real quick, Andre Santos played really well in Turkey, and I watched the Turkish league. Yeah, he played there really well, and then he came to us.
He had one goal in 5 games, like 1 goal every 5 games, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. The way he went forward, he was like Marcelo 2.0. But then he came to us, and I don't know what happened to him, bro. It's like he exactly the same as Luis Diaz. He lost his mojo.
Premier League.
Yeah.
Right, bro, this guy is too funny, bro. He looks like a farmer, bro. That they said, you know what? Just put an Arsenal shirt on, bro. Well, you put it on. One of the background characters, bro, that you just see in movies. They're just working in the background.
Yeah,
he looks like one of those guys, bro. Well, he doesn't look like a footballer, bro. He looks like my uncle, funny enough. One of my uncles, bro.
He does. Andre Santos does have a touch that looks like a bit Moroccan, by the way.
He looks Maghrebi. He does look Maghrebi. I'm telling you,
he does. He does
from
a
the
little
skin
bit.
tone to the face, he does look Moroccan, bro. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna give Saliba a 10 out of 10. He's my man of the match. I think his performance was spectacular. That touch when Salah was on him, where he's trying to get a ball away from Salah.
So good.
That touch was great, bro. Do you know? There's not even I don't think you can name like 10 players that can touch.
Bro, if Kai Havertz controlled it like that, I would have said, "What an amazing season he's had."
Nah, man of the match, bro.
That's it. Player of the season.
Kai Havertz, bro. Just statue right now, bro. Next to Arsene Wenger going like this. Right, like, come on, man, what we did here. But listen, I feel like that was crazy in his defensive work. Same Gabriel, I'm gonna give Gabriel
that sprint.
Oh my god. Gabriel, so I'm gonna give Saliba a 10, and then Gabriel is gonna get a 9 for me. He got the goal and had an amazing performance at the back. Yeah, and then Zinchenko, what are we giving him?
A 2.
Yeah, exactly for me. I wanted to say Zhuj. AKA 2.
Yeah, AKA 2. There's some people here that won't know knowledge. I'm gonna give Zinchenko. A 10 with a minus in front of it. There you go. There you are. Ashraf already knew. He was like, yeah, shut up.
Yeah, he was obvious.
All right. Now I'm gonna give him a 1, man. And I'm even struggling to give him that 1 because he was a mess defensively today. Any kind of good that he did going forward, limited as it may have been in this game, he completely just cancelled it out. when
Mhm.
he firstly let Salah go out on his left, and then secondly when he tripped and tried to sabotage Martin Odegaard from getting control of that ball for us to
And
be
he
like,
lost the ball to Salah as well when Declan Rice saved his ass.
yeah,
Intercepted
when
the
Declan
ball,
Rice
yeah.
saved it.
And he tackled Odegaard, which ended up in a mistake, and the Salah counter, which they fluffed.
That's what I was talking about. He
Oh
literally
yeah,
fell, and he's on the floor and he's holding his leg. I'm like, get the fuck up, you fucker!
yeah.
What the fuck are you down on the floor like that, bro?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna get a 1 from me. I'm struggling, like I said, to give that 1 even. Declan Rice.
8 for me.
We're good.
No, you know what? I'll say a 7.
From
I'll say
now
7.
on, we're gonna go Ashraf, T, and then me. I go last.
Okay, fine. So
Okay.
7 for me. 7 for me. Like he did.
7.
Yeah, he did. I think he did like everything the way he was supposed to do. Like I think the one with Zinchenko was amazing. Good tackles. I'm not expecting more from him up front because that's not his job. He's a DM, right? So he's not, especially in a Liverpool game. I don't want to see him go forward. So fair enough on that. But defensively, actually, no, it's an 8. It's an 8 because if I'm not expecting him to do much forward, then I'm only going to judge him by his defensive work. And I think defensively, he did a very good job. I don't think he was like, the reason I will not put him as a 9 because I put Saliba and Gabriel there and I thought they were the highlights for me. So I'm not going to put him on the same category, but for me, an 8.
Nah, for me, it's a 9, bro. It's clear cut. Like I said, when you drop the soap, Declan Rice is behind you.
Yo, D, you repeated that again.
Why are you repeating it,
Again.
bro?
Again.
Pause. Because I don't have another analogy. I'm not English, bro. I don't have much analogies in English. You know that's the I'm struggling. But
Just say he'll always be behind you. Oh, even
Guys,
that's bad, bro.
guys,
That's
it's
bad.
finished. It's done, man. It's done. We're done. Thank you very much. Subscribe for more video. What's going on, man? What are we doing here, bro? Wallah.
Yeah,
Hey.
but like I said, the analogy it may be wild, but it is true. Every player that wanted to head the ball, that wanted to shield the ball away from us, the one that was behind you was Declan Rice. He was everywhere, and he just showed basically because I even saw a Liverpool journalist on Twitter, really popular guy. He said,
Dave OC. I saw that.
yeah, he said something about Declan Rice came to Anfield and put on the best performance I've ever seen in Anfield, or something like that.
From an opposition player.
Mm-hmm.
Opposition player, he put the best
Yeah.
performance in. I've
And
ever seen a midfielder come in and say.
It just says enough because yesterday's game had a lot of shenanigans with the ref, with the penalty from Odegaard handball, blah blah blah. And even then, they came out and talked about with this much respect. And you just know how good a player is if even the opposition side, who is pissed off because of some positions, is talking positively about one of your players. And Declan Rice, yeah, what a player, man! He's a 9 for me. Amazing. If he wasn't there, we would have lost 5-1. You're muted.
You're a mute, Sad.
Oh, there we are. Sorry, I'm moving like Zinchenko right now. My bad. Yeah, for me, I'm going with Declan Rice. He's going to be a 9 for me. I think he was spectacular this game. Spectacular. And before I move on to the next player, bro, I was looking at pictures of Leo Andre Santos, bro. Why does this look so funny, bro? Why does that look so funny, bro? Why does it look so funny?
He looks like a visitor that is just visiting the training ground.
Exactly,
You know?
yeah.
The fans that get to look around the stadium and or the training ground, and they're getting shown around by Arsene Wenger. Oh my god,
brother,
Wenger.
Doesn't he look like an Abdi Rashid in that picture, bro? Seriously.
Right, it's crazy. He's a joker, man.
This is not a Brazilian, man.
Yeah, I don't know how he was Brazilian, bro. I don't know how. He was Brazilian by name. That's it.
His original name is Abdi Rashid.
Abdul Qadr. That's the one.
Abdul Qadr.
Next player is Havertz.
Havertz, a 5 for me. Too quiet. Like didn't do a lot of mistakes. Like he had like 24 out of 26 correct passes and all that stuff, but zero chances created, zero like dangerous shots or anything. Like I don't know, like 5 for me. Like he was very average.
I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
me the same. Sorry.
Yeah, 5. Did you say?
Yeah, for me, it's
Yeah,
the same
5.
5. Mr. Anonymous, he just missed the white mask, with the mustache. He just missed that, and the cosplay would have been perfect because he was Mr. Anonymous yesterday.
No, 100.
Sad, you've gone on
What
mute
the hell?
again. Why are you
What the
moving?
hell? I
Why are
don't
you
know
moving
why.
like Zinchenko, Sad?
Wallah, it's crazy.
You're having a conversion rate of Nicholas Jackson, bro. Come on.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Firstly, Ozan, I don't know why you call me Sag. Am I spinach? Like Sag is spinach, like. Bro, what's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? It is spinach, like. Sag, innit? Sag,
I don't know, bro.
Sagalu is a dish, innit? An Indian dish. I'm looking at Ashraf, but wallah, he's not even paying attention. What's
Oh,
Sag
sorry?
in Indian in Hindi?
I don't speak Hindi. I don't know, bro. I'm not Indian, but let me check.
No.
Ugh,
Sag, I don't know.
it's spinach, isn't it?
I have to ask my wife.
Off my memory.
Yeah, it is.
There
It
you
says
are, alright.
Indian
Spinach,
subcontinental
yeah.
leafy vegetable dish.
There you are.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Why is he calling me? Why are you calling me spinach, man? But yeah, what did I think of Endo? I thought he was good. He was one of your best midfielder, your absolute best midfielder out there, man. I think he absolutely cooked us. Absolutely cooked us. But yeah,
Do we do the strikers
Odegaard.
now? Odegaard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Well, you might as well just run through yours, and then I'll run through mine, and then we just do it like that.
Fine. Mine Odegaard would be I don't want to say an 8 because then to say like I don't know 7. He gave the assist. He I think moved the ball well a couple of times. Obviously, we saw the possession stat like they got dispossessed 4 times, which is a lot, definitely. I saw it against Aston Villa. By the way, he only got dispossessed once, so that tells you like the contrast in performance. So I would say a 7 because he got the assist and because he did give a couple of good passes and dictated play well here and there. And then you start to go through the other ones.
Yeah, just all
Saka.
of them,
Yeah, Saka for me a 6. He did a bit more than Havertz, so I cannot say 5. Created a good chance for Martinelli, but then he himself missed a one-on-one as well. Took a couple of shots that were like deflected, like straight at the defender right in front of him, which is a bit odd. And the other one was straight at Alisson. Jesus, yeah, also a 5, man. Not enough for me as a striker, not enough. Didn't challenge these guys enough. Got bodied by their centre backs. Again, I understand it's Van Dijk and Konate, but this is a game where I would expect them to have done a bit more. Martinelli. I gave Zinchenko a 2. I think Martinelli has been the worst player for me this game. So I'll say 1 for Martinelli.
T, do you want to quickly go through yours?
Where do we start again? Odegaard?
Odegaard, and then the attack.
Odegaard for me 5.5. He made 2 mistakes. One was a goal, and the other one was almost a goal. Even though Zinchenko was there at the second one, he still made that mistake. Stupid ball. And the first one, he lost the ball to Trent, and then Trent made that long ball for Salah. That's why 5.5. Saka 6, average. First half good, second half bad. It balances around, so 6. Martinelli Wahed, aka 1, he was terrible. One of his worst performances. And Jesus, I'll give a 4. You were nowhere near the box, but you helped sometimes with build-up play. But apart from that, you were nowhere else. 4. It was terrible.
Yeah, 100%. No worries, bro. I was just joking, Ozan. I was just joking. My ones, I'll just run through them quickly. It's going to be Odegaard. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he played very well. I think he played well. Saka, I'm going to give him a 6. Martinelli, I'm going to give him a 1. And Jesus, I'm gonna give him a 4. Yeah, they just wasn't up to scratch today.
Yeah.
Martinelli definitely wasn't. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in with us today. Big up everybody in the chat. Big up everybody in the panel with me.
Like
Make
and
sure
subscribe, guys.
to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the boys channel as well, Mr. Ashraf, and also get and go follow T on Twitter, where you will find all the tweets that he puts out. And guys,
Shamelessness.
we will catch you on the next video. Peace out, my people.